for the gram. It's topped with some...
When you say for the gram, you mean the most Instagrammable?
The most Instagrammable.
I mean, look at the sprinkle ratio. Can you blame them?
I can't.
Happy birthday to me.
But it's not your birthday.
Well, it feels like it. This is the greatest thing ever. What's happening here?
So this is the one dessert we do at Bar Peach. We call it milk ice, but it's really Korean bingsu.
Bingsu.
Yeah, hot bingsu is what it's really called.
This looks delicious. Is this how you get properly peached?
This is the only way to get peached. Yeah,
Okay.
Actually 3 desserts for 2 people.
What do we have?
So this is our matcha Parfait Bingsu. All these have the same base. It's a milky ice base. It's kind of like eating powdered snow, but it has a milk infusion. This really blows like regular shaved ice out of the water, in my opinion.
Wow.
And then this is topped with a scoop of peach ice cream, whipped cream, black sesame paste, toasted coconut, toasted almonds.
What's happening by the candle?
This is our birthday cake bingsu. And it's probably our most popular one, for the gram. It's topped with some...
When you say for the gram, you mean the most Instagrammable?
The most Instagrammable.
I mean, look at the sprinkle ratio. Can you blame them?
I can't. It's kind of overload. It's got mochi, birthday cake ice cream, whipped cream.
I feel like I just rode a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing. It's like ice cold.
It made you feel like it was your birthday, right? So
Exactly.
Even if it's not.
Also, when you were like, oh, 3 desserts to 2 people, that's crazy. I don't want you to ever see me at a restaurant. Usually it's like 6 desserts to 1 person. This is my favorite.
This is a good ratio. So that's mochi, which is like Japanese sweet rice cake, and then our in-house birthday cake that we make. It's like a birthday cake sheet cake.
Whoa, y'all have to try this. What is happening here? It's like a chocolate mountain.
This is our Choco Monster. Same base, topped with the popcorn ice cream, a little bit of chocolate sauce, caramel, cocoa powder, and then at the top is a little bit of salt. It's our dragon salt, so it's a mixture of dragon fruit powder, which is basically like a dehydrated dragon fruit, and molten salt.
And magic.
And magic. And Oreos.
I was about to say, let's not forget the Oreos. There's like a pack of double stuffs in here, which is how I like to start every interview.
This is actually the low carb, low calorie option.
Oh, perfect. This is like on my diet.
Totally.
This is amazing. And then we have perfect drinks to top it off.
That's the Kyoto Kiss. It's a gin-based cocktail, and that little layer at the top is shaken egg whites.
I just want you to know that like my personal heaven looks just like this. Thank you for creating it in your brand new Bar Peach. So what does it mean to get peached?
I mean, you can define it however you wish. Our restaurants are built on really being approachable and fun. When you go out, you should have fun. And I think that's what getting peached means. You leave, you feel full, you feel content, but you had a good time, because that's what dining out should be.
Yeah, I love that mindset. And what's happening in your glass?
This is our Beetlejuice cocktail. It's obviously a beet-centric cocktail with beet juice, topped with some cilantro, so it's a little bit savory. It's not overwhelmingly beety though.
It's so vibrant. This is the latest iteration of the things you dream up. But this all started back in 2010 in a trailer that you rented out in Pflugerville.
That's right. We started really small in a lonchera truck.
What was the plan back then?
The plan, honestly, was to always grow the business, but I had to make a decision very early on before we started as to whether we were going to give the business a shot in a food truck or just not do it at all. Because originally I wanted to open a restaurant. Nobody was loaning me money, no investors were investing in me, so there was just a lack of trust in terms of my ability to launch a successful business. So we pivoted and opened the food truck.
So you are living the Austin dream right now. You went from a food truck to a brick and mortar to now multiple spots, including this brand new bar.
I'm truly lucky and blessed, the first couple years were a very humbling experience for me, and I think it taught me a lot about how difficult it is to run a business. And there's not a day that goes by where I'm not grateful that we've achieved this, because some days I walk into an office and I remember thinking, man, like your office was the front seat of a food truck in 100-degree heat. That's when I used to take my calls.
Yeah.
So it's a game changer for sure.
In a former life, you were a lawyer.
I was a lawyer.
How did we get here?
Well, when you stare at the wall long enough in an office and you start to beat the wall because you're so frustrated and bored, then you have some decisions to make at an early age, and that was me, honestly. I was a practicing litigator, and there were just a lot of days of going into the office and feeling like there was more to life and more to my existence than billing hours and practicing law. And it was kind of a come to Jesus moment for me, honestly, where I was like, you're 26, you don't have a wife and kid, you don't have a mortgage, like you're flexible, you're fluid, and if you're gonna make a change, like now's the time. Mm-hmm. And I know that we've heard this story before and it's kind of cliche, but that's really what it was for me. It's like, I got one life to live, and I don't think this is the life I wanna live.
And it's not cliche because it's your story. So we all have to go through that, right? And that was you following your heart.
Yes, yeah, I mean it was. And it was a big leap for me because I was really changing industries and I didn't have a resume for what I was trying to accomplish, you know? But I think ultimately, like, everyone has to just listen to themselves.
Yeah.
You really at some point have to stop listening to other people, because if you do listen to other people, then you may never end up chasing your dream.
It's true. Because law is right for some people, right? But it wasn't right for you.
Absolutely.
And so you had to tap into your heart and say, well, what is right for me? So not only did you open your trailer in 2010, but that's when you moved to Austin. Like, you took a lot of leaps all at once.
I did. Austin was strategic in the sense that the economy was good. From an operational standpoint, I could get my hands on a food truck that I could lease. So I wasn't having to lay out $80,000, $100,000 on a food truck. I could get started and get running within 60 days of landing in Austin, which we did. Also, my girlfriend, who's my wife now, she picked Austin because of the weather.
Well, can't blame her there,
She likes the heat, I guess. So.
Likewise.
Yeah.
And see, look at how all those things started to transpire when you started taking that leap and following your heart. Even your girlfriend became your wife and your happy family.
And we have one kid and another one on the way. So
there's so many things to celebrate. Yeah. See, it's somebody's birthday. There's a need to be a candlelit. I realize we haven't even planned it out.
You should do the honors, actually.
I feel like, should you do the honors? Or should we see if it goes to the end of the interview?
Let's do that.
Let's do that.